Leon here, the Songwriter's Mentor, and I'd like to talk to you about playing at an open mic or a songwriter's night. I'm going to assume that you are either completely new to playing open mics or you've only done it a few times. Either way, I've got a few basic pointers for you based on my many years of attending and participating in these type of events. Now, in the interest of clarity, I must state that my participation in open mics is primarily as a backing musician. I'm often called upon to play keyboard for a singer-songwriter who wants a little help performing their songs. Maybe they're not as confident as they would like to be on the guitar, or they just want somebody to play for them so that they can concentrate on their singing. Now, I am a songwriter, of course, and I have performed my own songs at songwriters' nights. So I've done both. I've been a backing musician and up front singing my own material. But here's some advice for you. First thing is very obvious. Be prepared. Now, I know that makes me sound like a Boy Scout, but I've seen countless emerging songwriters fall short in this important area. Make sure you know your songs inside and out. Make every effort to play everything from memory. I know that's a little more work, but I've seen too many emerging songwriters waste a lot of time on stage wrestling with a music stand, trying to read their lyrics while they sing. You want to be so sure of what you're doing that you could, in a sense, do it in your sleep. My next bit of advice is don't make tuning part of the act. If you're a guitar player, and I'm assuming that most of you are, most songwriting nights I've been to, songwriter nights, most of the musicians are guitar players, few keyboard players. But make sure that your instrument is properly tuned before you come on stage. You got no excuse not to be in tune. You get the little tuner on your guitar, you can tune it up. And it's always easier for the sound man if your guitar is equipped with a good pickup. Now again, to some of you, this may sound painfully obvious, but you'd be amazed at how many times I've seen an open mic or a songwriter's night participant struggling to mic their guitar. You need to be able to just plug and play. And in fact, a lot of open mics, songwriters' nights that you attend, that's all there's going to be. It's just a jack hanging there for you to plug in your guitar and play. So make sure your guitar has a good pickup and be ready to just plug and play. Now, when you come down to actually playing your songs, my next bit of advice is don't explain. Don't talk a lot. Don't spend a lot of time setting up your song. Maybe you got to say a few words, but don't try to explain the whole thing. And please don't try to be funny. You're not a comedian. Well, maybe you are, but most singer-songwriters are not comedians. They're singer-songwriters. And believe me, the people out there have come to hear you sing. They want to hear your songs. That's why you're there. They don't want to hear you talk. They don't want to hear you explain or make excuses. You just get up there and you play. Now, when you get feedback, another bit of advice here. A good way to get feedback is bring somebody with you who will give you an unbiased opinion of your performance. You need somebody who's going to be brutally honest with you if need be. Now, chances are good that the first few times you play at an open mic or a songwriter's night, you're not going to be completely polished. Try to get as close as you can, of course. But listen carefully and take to heart whatever criticism comes your way. And if somebody comes up to you after you played and praises your performance, all you need to say is, thank you. Don't say, oh, I could have been better and my voice was out of tune and my guitar playing was bad and I really need to work on things more. Just say thank you and walk away. I tell you a little story. When I first played live, I was 12 years old. Now, this is not going to relate to a lot of you, but I was a kid. I was doing a recital and I would get up there and I'd play. I did my best and I thought, I didn't do too bad. And so somebody came up to me afterward and said, oh, you play very well. And my response was, I know. I had a lot of confidence in those days. Well, my dad took me aside and said, son, you need to say thank you when somebody compliments you on your playing. Say thank you. I said, okay, Dad. My voice hadn't changed yet. So next time I played live, did another recital, somebody came up to me and said, "Oh, you play very well, very good." And I said, "Thank you, I know." Well, my poor father had to take me aside one more time and say, "No, just say thank you. Don't say anything else. Just say thank you, smile, shake their hand, and go on from there." So those are some of my words of wisdom for those of you who are getting ready to go out and play live. Maybe even you've been playing live for a long, maybe you've been playing live for a long time, and you need to be reminded of these things, and that's good too. I got one final bit of advice, and that's keep at it. Because the more that you perform, the more you will improve. And then you'll be inspired to keep practicing on your own, and you'll also be inspired to grow in skill as a singer and an instrumentalist and as a songwriter. Remember, 15 minutes on stage can be worth several hours of solitary practice time. And what I do here at the Songwriter's Mentor is I can guide you through the process of writing good songs, stronger songs, help you with the craft of songwriting, and I can also guide you through the recording process. And I just gave you some advice on how to perform your songs live, and that will help you become a better player, a better singer, and a better songwriter. Thanks for watching. I encourage you to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with your songwriting friends, especially those that are getting ready to go out there and play in front of people. That can be nerve-wracking, but it can also be a lot of fun. So, see you next time.